Do you think this is success? I'm not talking about spiritual well-being. I'm not talking about emotional well-being. I'm talking about nice things like cash, car, credit card, condominium, and country club membership. What? Country club membership? Weird, correct? Because back in 1990s, this was actually the definition of the 5 C's of Singapore. Country club membership last time was a status symbol. Right now, nobody really cares about country club memberships. But back then again, this phrase, 5 C's of Singapore, was used to describe materialism. And it was actually coined from a popular observational joke during the 1990s about the aspirations of some Singaporeans to obtain material possessions in an effort to impress others. Now this has clearly become outdated, correct? So let's run through the list. The first, cash. Of course, cash right now is still important because it's spending power, correct? Regardless of whether we go towards digital currency or not, cash still allows you choices in life. So let's leave it alone. The second is car. Is it still really a status symbol or not? Right now, I do know of some high income earners who are very okay with taking Grab rides and stuff. Our car sharing system is very different from back in 1990s. What about condo? Is it still a status symbol? Let's debate about it. What about credit card? Right now, any 18-year-old can apply for a credit card quite easily, so there's no need to discuss further. Back then in 1990s, maybe it's a symbol of status, but right now, it's definitely not. And last but not least, country club, which we have mentioned that is right now irrelevant. In fact, some country clubs have gone bankrupt or have seen their lease not renewed because of space utilization the government wants to do. But this rounds up the 5 C's in the 1990s that define success, or at least the Singapore dream. If you came from that generation, leave in the comment sections and let's really dissect what really defines success. In today's world, car is no longer that big of a symbol because right now we have so many private hire cars, correct, with that blue color tag. The car in today's world that might be a status symbol is a continental car like Mercedes-Benz, which is the second best selling model in Singapore. Very expensive, some people can afford, but some people can't. And some people are stretching too. That's why I've actually done a previous video, which I'll leave links at the top, just in case you haven't seen that episode on how much money you must earn to afford one comfortably. Then what about for condo? Newest condos are still selling like hotcakes, as you can see over here. But I guess this definition for condo should change slightly. Because in today's Singapore, it's not about owning one condo, it's about owning 2 condos. That is the real signal of desirable future wealth, correct? Of course, again, I'm mentioning this with a bit of sarcasm. I'm not encouraging anyone to go and buy a condo right now. I'm just saying how things have changed from 1990s to right now in 2020s. In today's world also, the new materialism is in social media. We're in this social media era. I would just like to share with you some of my deeper thoughts. Maybe you agree with some of them also. The first thing about today's materialism is not really a condo already. If you have a condo with an old swimming pool, it's not going to be very nice to put on Instagram. Today's materialism, from what I see, is more of having a landed property. How some would like to showcase it is they host gatherings with barbecue pits, with staircase, to show that clearly it's a landed property. We all know the minimum price tag of owning one, and putting these pictures on social media clearly convey that message of wealth. The second idea of new age materialism is not in country clubs, that is boring, but actually in exotic holiday trips. The most Insta-worthy trips are those going to a skiing mountain, $5,000 a trip, or an exotic meal at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant whereby a steak costs $500. This new age materialism impresses others with very nice Insta photos, which definitely stand out. I bought this $500 steak. I can afford it. This picture proves I have eaten it. I bought this landed property. I must be doing well. I don't need to invite you over. The pictures already prove it. So in many ways, social media is becoming a very big microphone for anyone who would like to be materialistic and impress others to get a bigger reach than ever. That is why also we see some lifestyle influencers. Typically, they like to show how well they look, how well they stay. And that's why I like to pull up this by Gary Vaynerchuk. People pleasing is hurting you. I tend to believe there's some truth to that. And that's actually the crux of today's discussion. let's today in this podcast try to define a bit differently. What is a better way to state success? What is a better way for the Singapore dream? You know, at the start of the video, I mentioned that we're not talking about spiritual well-being or emotional well-being. These were voted in a survey as success factors according to youths. For these points, I feel that firstly, they can change anytime. A trauma, a family event can change someone's emotional well-being. And secondly, in some ways, these are a bit like basics like food, water, and shelter. Having them may not necessarily mean success. I'm also going to disqualify studies or qualifications as a success factor because we have seen many who are highly qualified with masters and PhD but still lack in many other areas. There are some who are successful who have very poor qualifications. Then what about for career? There are some unorthodox careers that pay well enough. YouTuber, for example. This is a new age career that pay well enough and allow someone to save up adequately to reach these 4 success factors that I'd like to share with you right now. They are definitely not difficult to achieve, and it starts with money growth. Money growth is about having enough for retirement, to be self-sufficient, to be financially free, so that you can choose a work that you like and at a pace that you like. You don't put your children in a sandwich generation in future because you know how to take care of money. If someone has money growth, it is a clue for all of us that this person is responsible. If you want to build sufficient wealth, you need to invest successfully. And that's why I'd like to introduce you to today's sponsor. And if you're looking to invest, check out Moomoo. Right now, they have actually a starter kit that is worth more than $600. If you're keen to invest in your favorite Singapore stock like DBS, you can actually do so on Moomoo's platform. If you're keen to invest in your favorite US stocks like Apple and Tesla, you can also do so on Moomoo SG. Right now, they have a new feature that can allow you to do fractional shares trading. Right now, Moomoo's offering you $0 in commissions free for 1 year, which makes it one of the cheapest platforms to trade Singapore stocks. If you're looking for US stocks, it's $0 commission forever. Not just that, if you have spare cash that you're looking to park for extra returns, check out Moomoo Cash Plus. Right now, it's 5.8% guaranteed for the first 30 days, and you can actually park up to $80,000. So again, recommending you to sign up for Moomoo's trading platform. You'll not only get the Moomoo Cash Plus, you also get fractional shares of the most popular traded US listed companies. In total, this welcome bundle is $680. So again, if you're looking to sign up, look for the links below. So once you have built your wealth, let's get back to our definition again of success and the Singapore dream. The second success factor I'd like to share is family growth. In this equation, children are well schooled enough, parents are well taken care enough, relationships to a person is strong, it is likely that a person has strong family ties, values and culture are also kept for generations. This gives all of us a clue on the person's maturity. Family growth is about doing one's duties right. The third success factor that I'd like to suggest is actually house growth. What I mean by house growth is actually not upgrading all the time. House growth is about having a house that has a good standard of living, a good environment for each family member to come home to. Because there's this saying, environment is of supreme importance. It is greater than willpower. House growth is a clue on mental health. Someone with a clean, well-renovated 4-room flat where everybody is happy with their space is likely more successful than someone who cannot find a good space in an old, dilapidated terrace. The fourth area of success is personal growth. Everybody starts off as a newbie and along the years become an authority that can help others. For myself, I'm blessed to be able to lead on social media. There are many who lead in grassroots and in their own communities. There are some who lead in their organizations. These are clues of growing confidence and, in my opinion, successful. What do you think of these? Are they very different from the 5 C's of material success, which are car, condo, country club, credit card, and cash? These 4 points, which I'll put up again, money growth, family growth, house growth, and personal growth, is what I'd like to suggest each and every one of us to strive towards to become successful. Smash a like if you agree, and if you'd like to add a different point of view, add them in the comments sections below. And last but not least, smash the subscribe button so you can stay tuned for more quality financial content. And I'll say a big thank you by sharing with you this quote that I found in the process of doing this research. And it reads, "Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it." I think it's a pretty cool quote, and hopefully it can inspire you further in your days ahead. With that, sign off from here and invite you to some of my previous discussions. I'll see you there too, and have a good day. Goodbye.